Communist Party step down. Communist Party step down. Communist Party step down. This is by far the bravest slogan ever uttered by the Chinese. The people in this country are struggling with the harsh restrictions of the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, which has led to a flurry of protests. The victories, big or small, have been inspiring. This video has recently become an internet sensation in the Chinese community. The man wearing a backpack ranted about the Communist Party's anti-epidemic policies in front of a neighborhood in Chongqing, and the crowd of onlookers responded so enthusiastically that when he was forcibly taken by police, people bravely rescued him.
You're a big hero. You're a big hero. You're a big hero.
I don't do it for myself.
We're filming you, okay?
There are many dabai and police standing around, and some of them are laughing. What are you laughing at? You are only lapdogs. Men with courage won't accept this job, becoming dabai and police and helping them. Right on.
Well said. Well said.
And talk about groceries. They promise to ensure the supply, but we can't buy any vegetables in an entire day. What we can buy is carrots that sells for $1.10 for 500 grams.
We can't even buy that.
How much is a pound of carrots? Let me ask, how much should carrots sell for normally? At most, 50 cents.
20 or 30 cents.
This aunt must have been cooking for more than 30 years. Tell me, how much do carrots normally cost?
20 cents.
I'll open the Meituan shopping platform for you. It asks for $2.30 for 500 grams. Would you call this a guaranteed supply? It's nothing for those rich people, but 70% of us in China earn less than $420 a month. Those people who buy high-priced vegetables, what's happiness to them? I am the 77th generation descendant of Confucius. I am ready to lose life anytime. Please save these videos. Let me tell you, there is only one disease in this world. It is called not free and poor, and we have both now. We are still bent over a little cold. Why? I'll tell you the most direct reason. It's because the city government has got it wrong, and they can only go on being wrong. Do you know why? Because the city government is already wrong, and they can only go on being wrong. Otherwise, when they admit they are wrong, someone has to be held accountable. We once had a passage in the textbook that stated, "Give me liberty or give me death." Give me liberty or give me death. During this time, several policemen were closing in his direction. This Superman yelled out, "Is food currently expensive?" The people respond, "Yes." Have you got the courage to go out and play a few games of basketball to get over this little cold? Yes, we do. Play basketball for an hour every day, and I guarantee that I'll be done with this disease in 7 days if it comes to me. Open the basketball courts. Are the basketball courts open now? No, it's not open.
I want to watch the World Cup.
Do you want to watch the World Cup lively together in the public square? Do you want to see how Messi lost the game? Ha ha ha. The Superman cites a number of world-class athletes who were infected with the virus, but they not only survived, but also won a Grand Slam. If the effects were so severe, they would have retired long ago. Our physique is not as good as theirs, but we definitely won't die.
Yes, well said. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Some people turn to the dabai and the police, accusing them of always kicking the can down the road and not doing anything practical. Of course, you can't blame them too much. I'll be honest, they're just lapdogs of the nucleic acid company, although lapdog is slightly insulting. But please remember, you men of blood, in all that you do, you are doing it for the owner of the nucleic acid company. In our building, some people are already going crazy. At this point, a police officer reached the man and tried to take him away. He was then controlled and forcibly dragged towards the police car by a number of police officers, at which point the public shouted, "No violence, no violence." Impulse is the devil, you know? Don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive.
We're not impulsive, but don't you use violence.
The end of the video shows a group of police still controlling the man, but the surrounding people came around to rescue him. The police and the people mixed together. The man shouted, "Help me, help me." Eventually he was dragged back by people and successfully rescued. The surrounding people cheered. This is a rare scene in China. When it did occur, it is more than just a coincidence. Perhaps history has really reached a turning point. The Chinese have a saying, if you can't stand it no longer. Recently, people across China have been rioting, fighting for freedom, and even more so for their survival. A fire broke out in a residential high-rise in a small neighborhood in Urumqi, Xinjiang, and burned for nearly 3 hours. Fire engines came but couldn't get into the neighborhood because it was under lockdown control. The escape routes in the building were sealed, leading to the death of a large number of residents.
I beg you, please. We're on the 16th floor and very short of oxygen. Our kids can't make it anymore. It's too low on oxygen.
However, government officials said there was no delays caused by the epidemic closure and control, and that the building was in a low-risk zone, residents were free to go downstairs, and that the fire liability was due to the weak self-help and self-rescue capabilities of some residents. This has enraged the residents of the city. They flocked to the front of the City Hall building to demand the lockdown be lifted. A woman spoke into a loudspeaker and demanded the government to end the lockdown the next day. People with Xinjiang accents were heard shouting, "If we were to die, let's die together." In one neighborhood that has been sealed for more than 100 days, upon hearing a government official assaulting residents, people reportedly rushed to the entrance, stormed the fence, and overturned the guardrail gate in just half an hour. Unblocked, unblocked. The people are being driven mad. With no income for 3 or 4 months, now everyone is breaking out of their homes. The police are coming now. Take a look, take a look. This is the voice of people. This is the voice of people. The police are running away. Where there is oppression, there is resistance. The fire escape was blocked due to epidemic control, which has been a problem in other cities in the past. But this time, the fire in Urumqi resulted in such a tragic end that despite a massive official campaign to delete posts, the conversation about the fire had been viewed more than 800 million times on the Chinese internet by the afternoon of November 25th. And this time, students were the first to take action. On the evening of November 26th, students from the Nanjing Media College paid tribute to the victims of the Xinjiang fire by holding up white paper in protest and chanting the slogan, "Live long, the people, rest in peace." By about 10:30 p.m. local time, the relevant posts on Weibo had all been banned. A student from Nanjing Media College posted, "We have been muzzled, all of our circle of friends removed, and we can't pass the Douyin review." The girls who had organized the vigil have been told to notify her parents, and the students who participated are going to be written up by the school. But the mourning and protest activities have burned up like a spark, with many universities across the country following suit. See, this is a well-known university in Wuhan. Students held a spontaneous tribute to the victims of the Urumqi fire. At a university in the north, a student was quickly escorted away from the nucleic acid testing site. The cardboard sign hanging on him reads, "I am the one whose bus overturned. I am the one who was denied medical treatment for illness. I am the one who hiked 100 miles to go home. I am the one who collapsed and jumped off a building. I am the one who is trapped in a fire. If these aren't me, then I am next." The slogan, "Give me liberty or give me death," has surfaced in various forms in many universities in China. Meanwhile, on the morning of November 26th, the Urumqi municipal government held a press conference on prevention and control. It announced that the city would restore order to the life of residents in low-risk areas in an orderly manner in phases.
It is assessed that Urumqi has achieved the goal of basic zero virus on a social level, while it is important to be conscious that there are still certain high-risk areas in the city. According to the current situation of outbreak prevention and control, after the study of the city's Epidemic Prevention and Control Work Command, the orderly restoration of residents' life in low-risk areas will be carried out in phases.
This announcement by the Urumqi city government now is really just a way to find itself a stepping stone toward lifting the ban. This is a victory for the people. It would not have been possible if the citizens hadn't protested on a large scale and students across the country hadn't voiced their support. Chinese people's perception of the Communist Party as a ruling party is changing dramatically. Recently, a survey was conducted on China's Douyin platform, and the question was, what would I do if Japan came to attack China again? If this question had been asked in the past, it would have been followed by exuberant comments from the Chinese public. The reason is that the CCP, in its brainwashing propaganda for the past 70 years, has established Japan as the greatest national enemy. Now the efforts of the CCP for over 70 years have been erased by 3 years of virus. More than 20,000 replies are saying that they are no longer willing to do anything for this government. They wrote, "The best I can do is not to be a traitor to help the Japanese. Why have you only come now? I don't have my nucleic acid test done yet, so I should be home quarantined. Let the public servants and the community security guards hold up first." Another one wrote, "We respond to the call of the state, not to leave the house and not to cause trouble to the state. Wear a good middle parting hairstyle and await news." What does middle parting hairstyle mean? In the early films made by the CCP, Chinese traitors serving the Japanese always wore this kind of hairstyle. It is fair to say that the CCP is facing increasing defeats as the COVID-19 unrest spreads across China.